Coffee with the Coach, live at Tim Hortons with head coach and general manager Kevin Hasselberg. And pretty good weekend, Kevin. 15 goals scored by our team and 2 big wins against South Division rivals. It was just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, the boys put together a bit of a theme this weekend, saying that we have to own the moment. We had some key pieces out of the lineup for various reasons on Saturday night, and we got contributions from different parts of our roster all weekend. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to do that when you're scoring 15, but at the end of the day, that's what we needed. We got a great goaltending performance on Saturday night in Camrose in a game we were probably outchanced, but I thought our team played well positionally and just had a couple breakdowns. But all in all, just a great weekend and a lot of fun with our guys.
And that was great to see because hanging out with the guys afterwards, you could just see that it was kind of like a little bit of pressure release for those guys that just had a great time playing this weekend, wrapping up this weekend, and looking forward to another busy week. We do have to talk about the save that Ahern made on Saturday night. Video clips are on Drumheller Dragons page. I've got the audio clip on the radio today. He needed that bounce back game for himself as well because he had unfortunate bounces against the Canmore Eagles the night before.
Yeah, part of it was unfortunate bounces. These kids play a real strong mental game, and it's human nature. It's tough under certain conditions having 3 goaltenders in rotation. I believe his twin brother and his dad made the trip out here to watch him play. And then, just the pressure of the situation in that Friday night game. We were more concerned at what his bounce back would be. And given the opportunity on Saturday night, he made the best of his chances. And obviously in the first period, I believe that might have been his second shot on net. And like you said, it's a save you just don't see very often. It's a never give up kind of save, and even though the play was behind him and the puck was set to go into the net, he reached around and found a way to keep it out. So definitely a confidence booster, not only for him but for the team, and those are energizers. And you want to make sure that you jump on board when those energizers happen and ignite our bench, and certainly that was the case.
Well, it was a switch. After that happened, momentum seemed to go the Dragons' way. Looking ahead now, we've got a very busy week ahead of us. A very rare Thursday night game at home against the Whitecourt Wolverines. I can't remember another time where we've actually played at home on a Thursday night. A test again, a North team coming down, should be good. And then we got the Brooks Bandits coming up on Friday. Calgary Canucks coming up on Saturday. A huge week again.
Yeah, it was an identity change in Whitecourt going from one coach to another, and Marty has had some philosophical changes with regards to his approach to the game as well. So we're going to have to make adjustments, but very good hockey team, very fast hockey team, much like the Brooks Bandits will be on the Friday night, and then obviously your third and fourth in Calgary against the Canucks on Sunday. So we're going to be prepared for all three opponents. And that starts with practice here today at 1:30. So we have three solid practice times to get us set for Thursday. And it's an oddball night, but let's get the crowd out and support the boys. And I know it'll be, if it's anything like last weekend's games, it'll be a lot of entertainment.
And another deadline's coming up here right away. The December deadline, and put your GM hat on now. We're not talking about what's happening here with the Dragons, but do you think it's going to be a busy deadline come December?
I do. I think this is the deadline date that ultimately the majority of the transactions happen. This is where teams have the luxury of having the most cards available to them. So, there's some tweaking that happens January 10th, but this generally is the big one, and I think there's a lot of separation in the league right now, and with that separation, teams are going to be rethinking their approach to the back half of the season, and obviously you're going to see teams load up. There's been a couple of transactions already. Spruce Grove and Fort Mac were a part of a pretty big transaction, and there's a lot of chatter out there and a lot of buzz. So certainly we're going to be making the calls and making some pitches, but ultimately it's about the players that you have right now and making sure that they're in tune with what's going on, and that's getting ready for the Whitecourt Wolverines on Thursday.
And how's the focus been for the guys right now because of that deadline coming up?
I think it's been good. We talked about the bus ride home on Saturday night, and obviously collecting 15 goals and 4 points in a big weekend against two opponents that are nipping at our heels. So we just created more separation between the top three teams in the South and the bottom teams. But that can change really quickly, and we've seen that in difficult opponent tests against the Grizzlies, and we're going to have to be sharp. So it's a roller coaster ride, and I think the point is to try and keep the peaks and valleys leveled out as much as possible. But and I think the leadership this year has done a good job of that, and that was an indication on the weekend. And we just have to maintain that same level of focus and commitment to just playing the right way every day.
Excellent. Well, it should be an exciting week. Make sure you get down to the rink Thursday and Friday, and then going to be a good one in Calgary on Sunday as well. So thanks for this, Kevin.
Yep, thank you as always.